Hello everybody, and welcome, well everybody, whatever, and welcome to Diary of Warhammer Noob. Welcome to the next page. So, keep being up. I'm playing dwarves, and I tried. Where is it? There it is. And I tried this for some shits and giggles against the Wood Elves. Against the guy who is ironically named against the guy who is ironically named Crazy Dwarf. And he played the Wood Elves. Pretty standard army. I have all the tools I need to kick his ass. Unfortunately, I end up down because I suck. In case you hadn't realized already. So, let's start with how I am deployed. Obviously, I am deployed in a vanguard formation, right up in his face. First line of miners, Ekron miners and Norglimlings, Iron Breakers up in front. My rangers right behind him, and my rangers with great weapons right behind him. And back here, my lord and the Dragonback Slayers are babysitting the cannon. So I deploy right up in his face. These two cavalry units, these two Wild Riders in the woods, Glade Riders with Hagbane tips. Not the cavalry I would use, because they have magical arrows, and dwarves have resistance to magic. And the Forest Dragon over here. And the rest of the stuff. Apparently Orion has magical attacks too. Curious. It's a lot of magical attacks in this army. Dryads have magical attacks. Only the Eternal Guard and the Wild Riders don't have magical attacks. Curious. Anyway, so my deployment is simple, and my opponent agreed when we played. Everybody's way too bunched up. Should have spread out a bit more from here, maybe all the way to here, my infantry, and then keep my rangers. Because my rangers with great weapons were pivotal if I was to win this game. Standard ranger here, standard ranger here, standard ranger here, standard ranger here, and my great weapon rangers over here in the middle. Maybe even two of them, and the third way far behind. Hell, maybe I shouldn't have brought three of them, but whatever. And then Dragonback Slayers to move in. So, I deploy like this, which I end up getting absolutely clonked by his cab. His cab with one charge just got 3 units engaged, 4 actually, which is kind of incredible. And then his guys start shooting in the rear, and these guys get engaged, all of them, when the dragon approaches. Now, here's something that I should notice, and I should keep an eye out for next time. This. Yeah, those were my item breakers. Grumney bless them. That being said, I absolutely... There's another breath? Holy shit. That being said, I absolutely destroyed his front line with the blasting charges, which is exactly how it should be. My dwarf lord immediately bolts it, and then my cannon starts shooting at this guy. And then he starts charging. Now at this point, his cavalry has tied up nearly all of my archers. Not nearly all of my archers, these guys. But this is a disaster right here. This is a complete disaster. My front line is, well, I mean, it won't win against the Eternal Guard. They're just miners. But regardless, so I move in my Slayers to help out with his cab. His dragon is taking a bit of a pounding, so he consistently hits him. I noticed that. He didn't even realized he's the drawer of the room. So yeah, all of my archers are kind of wrecked, which, as you can possibly imagine, is not a very good thing. My cannons keep firing away with impunity. And it ends up being a disaster, which is understandable. Now, there have been my dwarf lord tries to beat Orion, bless him. Now, there has been a few fights where let's get some close ups.
Bring them! Ready to strike!
You know what? There we go. Perfect. So, oh, we can also take a photo of this dude. Beautiful. So yeah, this was one of the cases where I, in a couple of pages ago, it was a case of me screwing up, and this is where I bring it back to my choice to this guy. It was a case of my army picks not helping me out a lot. This was purely a gameplay fault of mine. This was... Ooh, I had every tool I needed with every single tool. And yet I screwed up and let his cavalry absolutely wreck me. Because if my archers had been able to fire... If my great weapons had been able to fire, for instance, to Orion or his dragon, never mind his cavalry, I would have won. Because... yeah, his dragon has 108 kills. Orion... where the hell is... oh, there he is. Orion has 38. That's a lot of horse stack. His cavalry is doing even better, honestly. Where is it? These guys are 46. How is these wild riders? These guys have 59. These guys have 204 kills. Holy shit. Man, these guys have paid for themselves, haven't they? So yeah, if I hadn't let his stuff run rampant right behind my lines and my archers to shoot, I'm pretty sure I would have won. I'm gonna chuck some blasting charges right down the face. Woo! That boom. Blasting charges do quite a bit of damage. I win here, which is surprising again. So yeah, that was it. We are still fighting. It's still not over, but I mean, my formation is torn all over the place. And what else excel in this chaos, I suppose? Yeah, you can call it chaos. And from here on out, it's in, it's a simple matter of just making sure that my lord is dead, and trying. And most of these are Northern's item breakers too. At breath. Holy shit, that was heavy. A lot of my dwarves keep coming back though, I'll give it that. And this little blob is going well for me-ish, because I've tied this guy down, and the Northern and everybody's here. Although, boom, there's blood, so he keeps replenishing. And yeah, from here on in, I bring in my slayers. Hopefully I can just beat the shit out of this dragon, because it's annoying. But I noticed that he really likes my lord, this dragon does. So slayers come in to scare off Orion, because they do have a bonus versus large against him. And Orion just does take a heavy pounding. But, yeah. Everybody else is shattering or running away. But not looking good for the Dawi. And so it's over. Boom. So, these guys were awesome. They were absolutely glorious. The cannon did a pretty good job of absolutely nuking this dragon. And my miners did well, considering what they were up against. They were up against Eternal Guard, and my miners did exceptionally well. Norgremlings, Iron Breakers did it as well. The thing that failed me in this fight is the killing power of this army, and it cost me the game, which was my entire range contingent, which is almost half of my army. Yeah, not fun. Not fun at all. If I had deployed... Hang on. It's the battle. I was doing some testing. I was checking to see just how freaking powerful is Queek. And I found the answer to be kind of bullshit. So yeah, if you deployed, for instance, like, I mean, whatever, these guys won't be, but let's say Norgremlings, Iron Breakers, and Miners. Front line like this.
Let the vengeance begin.
Some flank guarding units. See, I'm very spread out this time. His cavalry would have had a tough time just catching all of my ranged component units, which would have allowed them to turn around and shoot them. There we go. This should have been my deployment, like this. Instead, I was very clumped up. If I had deployed like this, I'm pretty sure I would have won. Because as soon as the battle started, my lord and the Dragonback Slayers would have moved in and tried to help me out with the cavalry, and the Dragonback Slayers would have been instrumental in taking these guys down. My miners, pretty sure, would have managed to destroy his infantry, because they are Golden Chevron miners. They have pretty good stats considering, and they have armor-piercing attacks. And not only that, they would have blown the shit out of them before they even approached. Norgremlings, Iron Breakers, I mean, it's not a question. They would have won, period. And yeah, hell, Sacred Miners even have a... Yeah, they have Frenzy. Crazy bastards. So yeah. And the dragon would have absolutely got smoked. Marked by Othar. And then all three great rangers with great weapons just chucking axes at him. The dragon would have died like yesterday. And these guys would have been very helpful in taking down his cavalry. So yeah, I screwed up, and this time the fault is entirely mine, which is not surprising, which means I cannot say, oh, he outpicked me, how can I win this with my army, and all that. No, this is completely my fault, and I should try and do better. And I should keep in mind of not deploying as tight as I did. So, hooray. See ya!